I would like to briefly introduce myself. I'm Bernadette van Os. I'm working now for 5 years for the National Olympic Committee in the Netherlands. I have a background in human kinetic engineering and my master's in human movement sciences. And after my graduation, I came in the role to assist the elite programs on performance technologies, whereby I'm now in the role of the head of performance manager of specifically on technology.
Hey guys, thank you so much, Bernadette. Excellent, man. I hope I'll be able to keep up with you now. Hey guys, I'll give you quite a top level introduction of the U.S. Olympic Committee. I'll give you a high level description of what are some of the technologies that we look at, what are some of the categories of technologies that we look at, and what we believe will be sort of some of the game changers in the futures, and where we are keeping our eyes open and our ears also very open. As you have seen, the Olympic Games just finished. They were a huge success for our team. Coming back with 121 medals, so many records broken, so many athletes getting the achievements of most decorated athletes in the world. Some of them most decorated athletes ever. It's just a great result for us. We've had so many wins. We've had about a 20% increase in our medal count with respect to the London 2012 Olympic Games, and that's just a statement of how well we work and about the results that we always aim for. I myself, I'm heading the Technology and Innovation Department within the U.S. Olympic Committee. Think of me as the person who brings the brick technologies into the hands of our coaches and our athletes before those technologies are out on the market. Hence, I'm very excited to be speaking to you, and I will be very excited to listen to all of your questions and answer those to the best of my capacity. I lived and work in the Bay Area, very close to San Francisco, and it's known as the Silicon Valley to most. It's a great area to be in. It allows me to be in daily contact with some of the biggest technology players on the market. The technology players who are shaping the future of our planet. When I look at technology and when we look at technology as U.S. Olympic Committee, we really believe that within technology we will find future success. It is the one new element that has not been tapped into yet. It is the one new variable that each and every National Olympic Committee is trying to understand how do we tackle it so that we can unleash its secrets and bring more and more success to our teams. So the phrase that you have in front of you is the phrase that we live by each and every day when we're working here with the U.S. Olympic Committee. The technology world today, it's quite interesting, and if you look at how the offerings that we had in sports technology only 3 or 4 years ago, you would not find maybe 1/10 of what we have today. With the booms in wearable tech and IoT, and now we've got the smart fabrics and data analytics and artificial intelligence. There are so many offerings on the market, and I'm sure that you guys are working on some great inventions.
Okay, now I have some few questions. Would you work with a startup from any country, or does it have to be from the country? Or does the U.S. Committee only with U.S. and the same for Netherlands?
For us, we work from dependent whether it's the product will give us the information. It's not dependent where it comes from.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Because you see, I think in the end, it really comes down to the people who are running the company. We've had both pleasant and unpleasant experiences with startups, both in the U.S. and out of the U.S., mainly due to the fact, of communication. And as happens with all new projects, everyone's very excited, from both ends, and everyone's putting time, maybe extra time at certain moments. But then at a certain point, passion dies out, and you'd have to evaluate, whether the startup is able to cope with the needs of its client or partner or collaborator after its passion has died out.
If you can both each your best 2 tips, 2 suggestions for startups actually go into pilot programs with you and move forward with you guys.
First of all, do some research on what the needs are in the field. So come with a product that really will answer the question. So try to find first whether there is a market for. So is there a need for within the sport to get a product that's there? And the most important for me is make sure that you come to a level that is a product ready to get to the fields and can be ready to be implemented.
Yeah, man. What would I say? I'd say do your homework. One, if you're bringing something to the Olympic Committee, make sure that you test it out, at schools and high schools. Because you definitely don't want to bring a product that you haven't tested thoroughly to us. No matter at which stage your company is. No matter whether you're at the sort of early startup or established company stage. So many more, but we don't have time for this.
Yeah. I was also already thinking I have one more, and I still want to say it. Within the programs, you have only one shot. When you come to a coach and the system is not working 100%, you're gone. So you have only one time to prove yourself to a team, and that's pretty clear what we see in all of the programs. When you are not there ready for it, then better not introduce yourself to a team because you have only one try.
That does not mean you cannot come back. You can come back, but there'll be like more. It takes more time to regain with this trust.
Okay. Winair has done some clarification on his question from before, and he wants to ask again. Would the automatic capturing and publishing of team exercises and games with unmanned camera systems on a video-on-demand platform be helpful to coaches? I hope that clarified it.
Yes, definitely. Especially the unmanned following systems is really helpful for daily training team environment. If you see how many time they spend on the court or on the fields, yes, for sure, it's really helpful. And of course, it will even help when we get certain information out of that video. It could be if a coach or maybe an assistant coach, or when they can make some marks during a training session, that a coach can exactly see those marks and pick out those elements out of a training to analyze or discuss with the athletes afterwards. But we definitely see the use of on-demand systems like that and automated camera systems.
Yeah, I'd add to that also. That unmanned systems, specifically video systems, are highly welcomed by coaches, mainly because they help them use the person who is manning the camera in other ways. Now, usually Olympic sports they don't have like endless staff working with them. So, if you can help them in any way, to automate a sort of procedure that they have one person currently doing in a routine fashion, the better the sport is. So that would be very clever, because then you would have solved for a human problem there, just by relieving human resources. From a video on demand, that is great as well. There are different systems though that are currently available. That do provide you video on demand services, not necessarily with unmanned video. There are some new unmanned video solutions out on the market. We are currently looking into some of those. So if you have that solution, please email me or connect with me. I want to know about it.
Great. Winair from before that asked a question about the video. He says that they can certainly overlay data and you'll be in touch.
Then you can send an email to me as well.
Great. So this is.
Please.
This is a question about, and maybe it's different for the two of you because you're in two different countries. But how much time does it take for the committee, for you guys to evaluate a new opportunity? And once identified, would you connect some of your corporate partners for development and for taking it forward?
Well, if we look for from our side, it's also really dependent what kind of program. You see quite a huge difference in levels and the capability of the team and the coaches and the support staff, how quick they can integrate certain things, how proactive they are, whether they are ready or not. For some, we need longer term, and the others, you could really quickly transfer and get in contact with the coach and discuss your ideas and thoughts that you have with them directly. It's really dependent on the level of the teams, and that varies within the sport.
Yeah, in our case, I want to say that we're getting better at accelerating the times in which we act on opportunity. I have also to be very clear with everyone that we will never jump onto a technological opportunity unless we have identified very well what are the needs of the sports. Now, I believe that this is sort of one part of the job that we do extremely well. Pushing and challenging all of our sports federations and individuals to identify what is the need that we have to satisfy. Then we go look for a technological solution. Connecting to corporate, connecting to universities, connecting to funding bodies, that is part of our job. It's part of our responsibility, as a matter of fact. If we see value, and if that value is going to translate to better decision making on the field of play, training and competition, then we will do everything it takes to get it done, and we would be usually very quick to act upon that.
Okay, great. Okay, this is an interesting one. So, what do you think would be the main characteristics of the next fitness product? What features must it include? And you mentioned a great example now with the video, and not exactly now, just a few minutes ago with the video, and then the data. So, what do you think is the next fitness product?
Are we being paid for the answer? No, man, that is the $1 million question, right?
Yeah.
If someone has the answer, what's going to change it, then we would already had it probably. Of course, you always have some thoughts and ideas. I think for us, it's mainly an integration issue, is the combination of an easy tool for reliable and direct feedback.
Yeah, I like that. I would second that